So today's video is going to be ranking the dances on the next step to the same song, part 2. The reason why I'm doing part 2 is because thought I'd do it, to be honest. Like, I enjoy this video, like I enjoy it. And also, I enjoy filming it. So, watch part 1 before you watch this. Subscribe down below. 99.2% of people aren't subscribed and only 2.8% are subscribed. So, subscribe down below if you're not subscribed. If you want a part 3, comment down below. Subscribe down below, like this video. And so I'm ranking all the dances done to the same song and deciding on which one is bottom, which one has come before that, and then we'll have a winner. It's nothing to do with if it's relevant to the plot or the song is relevant to the dance. First song is Do It Like This. We have James, Eldon and West Trio, Piper and Josh, Chloe, Eldon and Max. I put bottom as Piper and Josh. I don't feel like it was really very structured. Like, it was meant to be Olympic themed, but I didn't feel like it was Olympic themed. It's like, let's throw some moves together. Like, the whole point of having a storyline is you need to dance like your storyline, if you get what I mean. Like, this is only my opinion at the end of the day, so would have been nice to see them do better dancing. The Olympic sports, we could have seen more, like try and show the Olympic sports more clearly, make us all realise that it's Olympic themed. They had fun in the dance, but I found the dance boring. Second is Chloe's trio. It was nice to see Chloe do a different style of dance that she wasn't as good at, and because it's not a normal dance style. Liked how the dance fitted together and that there was not loads of crazy tricks making Chloe look like the weak one. They really did use Chloe to their advantage. The winner is the boys trio. I loved it. I loved how they came out of nowhere. They really showed their chemistry. They showed why they came to bangers and mash and mashups, which I personally liked. I liked how they showed off their tricks. They showed they came to win the competition. Felt natural. I loved the unison sections to this dance. I really did love it. The next dance is Falling Behind. We have Chloe's solo, Skylar and Rochelle's duet, Sierra's solo, Riley's solo and Kenzie's solo. Sierra solo is bottom. I didn't want to have to put her at the bottom because she is really good. And also, there were loads of talking heads, so I think there should have been in the battle solos no talking heads over the solo. There was nothing special though about Sierra's solos. She is a better dancer than some of the people above her. I thought her turns were really good. Liked her aerials, turning leap. She did moves that were good, but they were not special moves. Like, she made the boring move an average move. Really good, basically. Above it, I put Riley's solo. She did well, but she looked like she ran out of moves to do. I know it's probably because she kept it like true to herself, but it's like she can do an aerial, but she didn't use it. She did a lot of the same things, which Her solo should have been like half the length, to be honest. It was like, it didn't need to be as long because it kind of was quite repetitive. The thing I liked was how good her turns are. Like, she's really good at turning. But that was like the most impressive thing I found. I was kind of hoping from a little bit more from Riley. Next is Kenzie. I liked this solo, it was interesting, something different from Kenzie. I found at the end she started to lose the stamina. She hits her moves really well, but she lost stamina, like, and didn't do stuff quite so well, like. We know she can do a really good dance. Next is Chloe. I liked how Chloe stayed true to herself. It was very fluid, very floaty, very effortless. Back handspring I've never been sure about. Like, I just don't think she's great at that. I think for the battle she should have done a point solo and been Chloe through and through. Top place is Rochelle and Skylar's duet. The tricks were crazy. The stuff they were doing had was different. The moves were like so different. Rochelle was showcased a bit more than Skylar, but what Skylar did was like really good. There was good energy, one of the best times Skylar's ever danced. But Skylar did look a little bit weaker than Rochelle did. Skylar got to show how strong she was when she lifted Rochelle multiple times. Next, it used to be everything. Eldon's tap solo and Retroy's hip hop solo. I put Eldon's solo as the winner. Latroy, it was good, but it could have been brought a bit more to it. Like, I wasn't the massivest fan of it. It was more like quite a freestyle solo, like it kind of was just Latroy thinking about things. I could feel how he was feeling the music, but he could have done some different moves. He could have done some more instruments, like we kind of did was like that the whole time. When he could have mined some other instruments. It's the best time Latroy danced though. But I feel like there's not really a lot to say about it, considering there were talking heads over it. Latroy did have a lot of characters in this solo. Next is Eldon. I love how he can do so many different styles. It wasn't just tap, it was hip hop as well. I liked the flip, I liked the turns, I liked how he jumped and then started turning. He really did kill it in my opinion. I loved how everything fitted together and he fused so much together. It was an amazing dance. There was such a level of difficulty, whereas the choice solo, I don't feel like the difficulty was as high because he was doing a style of dance that he was comfortable with, not like Eldon where he was working and practicing on different styles. Next we have my turn. I have Amy and Henry's solos that were at the same time. Eldon and Talia's duet. Second is Eldon and Talia's duet. I loved the chemistry. I loved how they showed they were connected to each other, which I liked. The dance was a positive dance. It made you feel positive watching it. They're very complimentary. I loved the lift they did, which nobody had done before. Above them I've put Amy and Henry solos. I loved how Amy didn't do too many tricks and she just danced from her heart. The intensity they both had and they maintained it 100% was given to the dance. You can really feel their emotions. You can feel what they're doing in the dance. You can feel so much. And I just love how they seamlessly just went from one to the other. Next is Open Up. We have West's battle solo. Season 4 Dancing Through History, which was Henry and Amy's duet for that. Eldon's battle solo and Michelle versus Cassie hip hop. Bottom I put the Dance Through History. I feel like they could have done a little bit more. They could have really explored more, more dance in like the 70s, which is what they did. That, like, I feel like they could have done a lot more than just this all the time. It was fun to watch. I feel like Amy could have done a lot more. So could Henry. It was a bit underwhelming for me. Like, they could have really explored the dance style that they were doing, like really done more. The one thing I would say is Cassie could have danced. Rochelle could have been one filming rather than sat down cheering them on. The one thing is intensity was there, they kept the energy up, but it was quite repetitive. But they did have fun, which was nice to see them just dance for fun. Next, I have put the hip-hop Cassie-Michelle battle. It's great to see something different, both of them. Nice to see not their normal contemporary style that they usually do. Nice to see like a breath of fresh air. I loved how it came together. I feel like Cassie could have done a little bit better. Like, I feel like Michelle should have won that, to be honest. Next is Alden. I love Alden, which he's so good with his flips. To start, he had a really good entrance. I loved how he showed a range of styles, including... Sorry. That one again. Sneezing fit. Include a range of styles, including acro, hip-hop, contemporary. It was not the best structured. It looked like Alden had forgotten what he rehearsed. First place is hands down West Solo. I loved how West showed his personality. He used his creativity. He used both his passions, like he likes to dance, he says, and he likes to play basketball, which I loved. Amazing. Cannot have not gone first. Love when he does the back tuck, catches the basketball. You can tell he's not worried and he's just taking a chance to dance. He dances for himself and he really enjoys to dance. That's what you can see. Next is That's How I Know. Second is Kenzie and Finn. There were some weak moments, but I love the fuse of hip-hop and contemporary and how much... And they show that they can do a bit more than just one style. When the beat kicks in, you can really tell they're going for it. I like seeing them go for it. Kenzie and Finn were quite good in season 6. It's one thing I noticed. They brought lots of energy. First place is the small group, which was Skylar and the 0% girls. I loved how it started. And then it's slow and it just then kicked in. I loved that element. Everyone's moves were sharp. Everyone brought their best to the dance. I liked the line bit, and then it fitted into the rest of the dance, and they did it in canon. It was good, though. Siloan could have led the hip hop section because Skylar was mostly showed, and she led the hip hop dance, and yet Siloan, even though she only does whacking, her style's hip hop. Next is Hotel, which was used in Season 3 Internationals and also Season 6 Convention. To be honest, this is so difficult. Like, both have high difficulty. So, I've put the Season 6 Convention top because I just sort of... I liked how it had a lot more, like it was a bit more advanced than that one. I know they had to like tone down the difficulty to do it blindfolded. Feel like the Season 3 Internationals dance, I liked it, but it wasn't quite as difficult as the Season 6 Convention dance. I liked it, I liked how it was a clean routine, I liked how everybody was on the same level and there weren't anybody that was the weak link. It would have been nice to... The girls could have done a little bit more. It lacked in that way and it was just lifts. There was good trust in this dance, that's one thing I can admit, like there was good trust. But I would have liked to see a bit more from the girls. Noah was so good at his flips and stuff. First place is the Season 6 Convention dance. It was a good dance. I liked how the boys did really well. And I think they were a great addition to the dance. Like, but it would have been good if the boys were in the dance throughout in a way. But I did like this. Liked how Kingston, like, it would have been nice if they did their aerials and then the boys like flipped, because that would have been so cool to see, like the boys sort of flipping as the girls do their aerials. And then they like went into doing their moves and then they just sort of go, and then they all flip and all go back and then into like Kingston's flip. I loved Kingston's flip and the tricks in that dance. I loved the difficulty in the dance. The advancement in the routine was good. Next we have hanging hats. This was Stephanie when she was trying to get back on age group. Hunter and Michelle's duet. Kingston and Kenzie's duet. Bottom is Kingston and Kenzie. I really did not like this duet. Basic, boring, fake emotion. I know that was the point of the plot. I didn't like it. It did start well. They had some tricks, but when they did what Michelle and Hunter did, the duet became less of their own and more of they're copying like Michelle and Hunter in a way, so it lost the originality, which I like seeing originality more than people trying to like recycle things from another season. Repeating the same thing 6 times, which was so boring. Second is Michelle and Hunter's duet. I liked it, but I'm not sure about it. Haven't watched it in a while because I found it a bit boring in a way. There was not much to it, in my opinion. I liked the chemistry, I could feel the connection. It wasn't my favourite duet. It was good, stuff was good, the lifts were good, some stuff we never saw. First place, I'll put Stephanie Stoll. I feel like it was a bit of fresh air. Nice to see something with emotion coming through from Stephanie. I did still prefer Daniel's solo. I felt like Daniel's solo was amazing. You should have made the team, really should have. Like, it's not about anything that's happened in the past, it's about who's the best and who deserves to be on the team. Stephanie did try though, so I'm not going to knock her for trying because she did do really well. Next is Empire. So many. Michelle's hip hop solo, Rochelle's solo, Noah's solo, Empire Season 3 group dance, Empire International's group dance, Eldon's International solo. Bottom is Michelle's hip hop solo. I liked how Rochelle showed her hip hop. Michelle showed her hip hop, but some of the moves I didn't get. Michelle did one on the floor, not sure about it. It was messy, she had her hair flying in her face. Next is Noah's solo. Noah's solo was good. I felt like there was too many flashbacks. I loved the ambition in it. Noah has such good technique. I felt like the flashbacks took over the dance though. In a way, I saw less of Noah. Like, there could have just been flashbacks and then gone into Noah's solo, which I felt would have been a bit better. Noah, how far he'd come in this dance was so good. Noah went into a move, I'm not sure about it. He did it kind of messy. I loved how he went through his past. Noah was quite reflective, and I thought about his past though throughout his solo. The flashbacks did take away from the dance. Next is Rochelle. Supposed to be a sad, emotive solo. She does admit that she's jealous of Summer. The moves were good. It was a hint that she was going to leave. The flashbacks were enough. I felt like Noah's solo, there was too many and it kind of lost the solo, so it was flashbacks rather than the solo, because so we didn't see much of Noah's solo. The solo had ambition to it. There were new moves, it was complex, fluid, it showed how Michelle would come. She talks about her goals, which I like. So she does reflect on her past and when she set all these goals and what she wanted to achieve, and maybe it's time to move on. Next is Empire Season 3 group dance. I liked it. I liked it. It was strong. It was good. It was so good. Like, Ella fitted right in. It was just an amazing dance. Not much more I can say apart from I like it. Next is Alden's solo. I loved this solo. It was good, and that in this solo he was reflecting his time at TNS and how far he'd come since regionals. You see that he had technique. I loved it. It was a beautiful dance. So much focus. Start was so good. It was so much in it. A strong start. Internationals group dance as top. I loved the costumes, the set, how West is leading it. He's not a typical lead dancer. The plot was good. Camera angles really showed the dancers off. I think it was good. Last we're going to talk about Famous, which was a season 4 semi-finals dance. And the season 5 trio. Solo and Henry and LaTroy were just freestyling, so they're where they are. It's nice to see the boys dancing together, their best ability, and they both had good nation, popping, locking. I love the turning. The elements of a competitive routine brought back about memory. Next is the season 4 regionals routine. It was Noah, Piper, Henry, LaTroy and Skylar. They chose the perfect people for the routine. It was a good routine, strongest one at regionals. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye.